I'm gonna admit something that might get me in trouble, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm afraid of power scalers because I do not understand what they're about. Now listen, I can give you the basic sort of conversation about anime characters where I think that this character is stronger than this one, and yeah, some characters I know a little bit about them and I can add more about it. But when it gets to the point where they start using levels like he's city, planetary, multiversal, I'm scared. I don't know what they're talking about. And the most craziest part is that one time I did this sort of video where I was talking about like who would you pick between like Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo to like save you from people who were like taking you hostage. And I just picked Ichigo because he was the funny choice. And I was kind of serious. But then when I saw people just kind of talk and start responding about like, yeah, Ichigo was that guy. He's like 4D, 5D. I'm like, what are you talking about? Now I never said that, but I just was like, what is he saying in my head? And then all of a sudden, more of them started talking to each other about like the dimensions. Like, no, he's not dimensional. And I was so confused. I just liked and I walked away and I was like, oh my gosh, I do not know what they're talking about. I'm just gonna try and see what they're saying. And after just watching them just go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards, I've read probably a small book now and I don't know what they said. And I've kind of come to the realization that sometimes when it comes to anime, especially with like powers and like who's gonna beat who and it's like different anime, oh my gosh, I'm scared. Because power scalers just take it to another level. I've been watching anime for a minute now. I don't know the scales that they go. Like, I know city level means that you can destroy a city, I'm assuming. But then when they start going beyond like universes or things like that, then I'm like, okay, whoa, I don't know. Because sometimes they talk about characters who I thought I knew, but then it turns out that I don't know him because they'll be like, Naruto's like multiverse, he can destroy a multiverse. And I'm kind of like, but I've seen him fight in like a city and the city was fine. What are you talking about? It becomes this thing of like, no, he held back, and I'm like, but he looked like he was serious, so I don't know, what are you saying? My thing is like, when did that become a thing? How are these calculations done? Who's the person who came up with this scaling? When did power scaling become a thing? Because sometimes even when I'm doing like different videos and stuff and just talking about different things and having fun on different channels and like different platforms, it's always like, yeah, sure, this person you talked about is cool, but this guy could beat him up. Goku's always that guy. Goku and Saitama, you know who they are. I genuinely sometimes ask myself, who started this? How did they get so smart? What are the scales? Where do I go to learn? What happened? I thought we were all watching the same anime. Why are people coming up here with calculations? I just thought that guy can punch that guy and he looks strong. How did we get to the point where we're like going beyond universes and using calculations and 4Ds and it sounds like chess? I'm so confused, I'm burnt.